So, good morning, everyone. I am Crystal Dirain, and today I will be discussing informing risk capital. So, in here, we will talk about who can provide money and what can investors give aside from money, and bakit helpful sila sa mga entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs like us, and ano nga ba yung possible risk and disadvantage that comes with it. So starting with, I have here a question. So if you were starting a small business, would you accept money from a friend or family member in exchange for part of the business? Why or why not? So under this is yung mga considerations natin. Consider the money you need, consider your relationship with the investors, and consider the ownership and decisions you may give up. So, for example, since meron na tayong mga business ideas and naisip natin na gusto natin siya pursue, pero kulang tayo sa puhunan. Pero, meron tayong friend or family members na willing na maging business partners natin. So, would you accept the offer? So, it may sound good, pero kailangan din isipin yung three things under or mentioned in the slides. Kung magkano nga ba yung pera natin kailangan, yung relationship natin with the investors, and kung okay ba tayo na may part of the business na mapupunta sa kanya since possibly as investors, may say talaga siya sa mga decisions. So, it has pros and cons. So, it is up to us na timbangin if we are willing to let a family member be part of the business that we are planning to do. So, next is the three basic stages of funding. So, we have early stage financing, expansion development financing, and sales expansion. So, before we talk about informal investors, it is necessary na maintindihan natin na nagbabago ang funding needs ng isang business as it grows. So, the first stage is the early stage financing. So, this is the time na nagsisimula pa lang yung business. So, usually dito, pinakamahirap kumuha ng money or investors kasi hindi pa proven na magiging successful yung business. So, kaya kailangan natin ng money para matest if yung ideas ba natin ay magiging functional ba siya or magiging feasible ba siya. So, as a future entrepreneurs, need natin ng funding, of course, if wala tayong enough fund para maumpisahan yung ating business ideas. So next is the expansion or development financing. So kapag nagsimula na ang business, kailangan naman ng additional money para masupport yung growth ng ating business. So it supports the business during the initial growth. And third one is the sale expansion. So dito, mas stable na yung business and ang goal naman dito is ma-reach na yung more customers and increase the sales. So, funding progress with the business. So, prove the idea, support the growth, and expand the sales. Next is who can provide this kind of money. So, we have here four. Of course, is the entrepreneur mismo. So, for example, us. Pwede natin gamitin yung savings natin to start the business. Number two is family and friends. Sila yung mga taong naniniwala sa atin as entrepreneurs or naniniwala sa ating mga business ideas. Next is business angels. So when we say business angels, these are people who use their own money to invest in business that they believe can succeed. So usually they are experienced individual that invest their money in promising businesses. Next is the angel groups. So when we say angel groups, these are investors. Several angel investors may work together to find and support business. So instead of one investor, several investors na siya that can work together para makatulong sa isang business. So what is risk capital nga ba? So when we say risk capital, it is money invested in a business even though there is a chance of losing it. So bakit ito risky? So because business are not always successful. So terminology nga natin kapag nagbi-business is sugal. So for example, if I invest in a small business, of course, ang hino-hope ko for that business is to grow and earn money. Pero kung hindi siya magiging successful, ang of course, yung in-invest ko na pera, possible na mawala siya and possible na mawala siya as a whole or yung part of the money na in-invest ko. So, the main idea here is um, kapag nag-invest tayo, there is always a risk, but there is always also a chance to earn if yung business is magsasucceed. Next is, what is informal risk capital? So it is money invested by private individuals in a business, usually in exchange for part of the business. This can usually some private persons. So the investor is an individual, not a bank or large investment fund. So, own money din yung ginagamit nila to invest. And of course, tinatanggap nila na ito ay may kaakibat na risk. So, part of the business. So, the investors may receive ownership or a share in the business. So, usually, kapalit ng investment is may matatanggap silang part or share doon sa business. Next is, um, who are the who are informal investors? So, sino-sino nga ba yung mga formal investors? So, private individuals who provide money to businesses, especially during the early stages. So, informal investors, often called business angel, use their own money to invest in businesses. So, they invest their own money. So, bininvest nila yung sarili nilang pera. And dito, um, of course, kapag sariling pera na yung ine-invest, dapat is careful sila kung saan ba nila dinadala yung pera nila. And they often support startup business. So since sila ay mga business angels, so ang kanilang sinusuportahan usually is yung mga nagsisimula pa lang ng mga businesses. So they provide much needed funds while a business is still proving that its idea can work. So ang pinakamahirap kasi na part of the business, of course, kung paano mo siya sisimulan, considering na wala kang resources and wala kang available funds to start the business. And they can also invest with others. So they can also invest together with other investors kapag mas malaking amount na yung kailangan ng businesses. And also, some of them also have business experiences na. So hindi lang pera yung pwede nilang i-offer doon sa starting business. They can also give advice, ideas, and experience that can help the entrepreneur. So, win-win situation na siya. Nag-invest ka na ng pera, nag-invest na si investor ng pera sa business, and parang nagkakaroon ka pa ng isang guide mo dahil usually sa mga investors, nasa business field na sila. So, pwede ka sa kanila sumangguni or manghingi ng advice regarding business matters. So, what do informal investors look for? So, they choose businesses they understand, believe in, and are willing to support. So, of course, hindi naman sila basta-basta magbibigay ng pera hindi naman basta-basta nagbibigay ng pera ang mga investors. So usually, they look for a business that they understand, believe in, and think can grow. So first, they look for a business with potential. So meaning they want to see a product or service that people can actually need and can become successful. So pangalawa, they also look for tinitingnan nila yung mga tao na nagpapatakbo ng business. So, for example, maganda yung business idea, pero hindi naman prepared or committed yung team behind that business. So, baka ayawan din siya ng investors. Next is, they need good reason to invest. So, if they think na yung business is too risky or hindi nila feel yung opportunity, they can simply say no. So, how do they find businesses? So, investors can also discover businesses through business associates, friends, business brokers, or through recommendations or referrals. So, what can an investor give? So, usually, kapag sinabi nating investors, ang iniisip lang natin is pera. So, yes, money is important nga because it can help the business buy equipments, yung mga materials na kailangan, mabayaran yung mga employee, and sa marketing also, and other yung mga expenses upon starting the business. So, but aside from the money, there are also other things that they can give. So first is the experience. So since some investors already have business experiences, they can share their ideas and advice sa iyo. So second is connections. So as I have mentioned, yung mga investor usually is nasa business fields na talaga. They may know suppliers, partners, or other investors that they can introduce para sa ating businesses. So how does it usually happen? So we have here 6 steps. So first one is of course to prepare. So as an entrepreneur, we must know kung ano nga ba yung business natin and magkano nga ba yung kailangan natin sa ating business. And pangalawa is find. So look for people who may be interested in the business. So, of course, humanap tayo ng investors na interesado sa business idea natin, not just after with the possible profit of the business. Third is present. So, explain the business ideas, customers, the sales, and the plans. Number 4 is discuss. So, pag-usapan kung magkano investments and ano din ang matatanggap ni investors na kapalit. Number 5 is agree. So, dapat may agreement din kung ano dapat nga ba yung roles ng isa't isa as investors and as you, an entrepreneur. Number 6, work together. So, the entrepreneur uses the money while the investors and entrepreneur continue to communicate and work together. So, sa paghahanap po ng investors, hindi lang siya simpleng sabihin mo na bigyan mo ako ng pera, may idea ako. So, dapat may proseso din siyang i-undergo, dapat madi-discuss and mayroon ding agreement both sides kung ano nga ba yung mapagkakasunduang for example, magkakaroon ba siya ng share sa business nyo or siya ay magfi-finance lang talaga sa pera. So next is, why would an entrepreneur choose it? So there are several reasons why an entrepreneur might choose this type of funding. So first one, can provide funding when a new business has difficulty getting a bank loan. So it can help yung mga starting business na since kapag starting business ka, medyo mahirap pang kumuha ng loan. So kapag may investors ka, edi sila na yung magfa-fund doon sa iyong business idea or business na functional na talaga. So next is investors may offer advice and practical business experiences. So of course, the investors can give advice since they are already experienced na sa business. Pero not all the time ay nasa business field sila. So some investors are financial yung ino-offer din sa mga business, prospect business nilang gustong makipag-connect. Third is, the investors may help the business find customers, suppliers, and partners. Another advantage is that it is different from a normal loan, kagaya ng sa mga bangko na magkakaroon ka ng regular payments. So, kapag may investors ka, medyo flexible na yung payment. So, maaari yung pagkasunduan kung ano nga ba yung makukuha ni investors in return. And lastly, the entrepreneur gains someone who is also interested in seeing the business succeed. So, malaking advantage siya because the entrepreneur may get money, not just money, but also support from their investors. Pero there are still risks. So, meron naman po talagang risk sa kahit anong bagay. So, may mga disadvantages din siya. So, first, you may give up part of the ownership. So, kung dati ikaw lang yung sole owner, ikaw lang yung nagde-decide sa lahat ng aspect ng business, kapag may investors na, magiging part owner na siya and mas maliit na yung percentage na completely under your ownership. So second, you may have to share some decisions. So since may investment siya, possible na may gusto rin siyang or may gusto siya or may say din siya sa mga important business decisions ninyo. So, depende sa written agreement nyo with the entrepreneur and the investor. So, dapat kapag magkakaroon ka ng investors, malinaw lahat kung ano nga ba yung roles and responsibilities ng bawat isa as well as yung mga matatanggap niya in return. Third, relationship can be affected. So in here, especially kapag friend or family members yung investors, possible na magkaroon ng misunderstanding kapag nagka-problema yung business. And fourth, expectations may differ. So for example, ikaw gusto mong mag-slow and steady lang yung growth ng business mo. Pero si investors mo gusto niya yung fast pace. So dito, magkakaroon ng discrepancy between kung ano nga ba yung tina-target na goal between you and your investor. So before accepting investments, dapat is malinaw yung expectations on both sides, as investors and you as the owner. So for the key takeaway, so to summarize the discussion, so informal risk capital is money invested by private individuals in a business. So when we say business angels are common examples of investors. And investors can provide more than money, such as experience and connection, that can also be valuable to you. So next is the entrepreneur must understand the trade-off funding may make giving up part of the business or sharing some decisions. And the best funding source depends on the business needs, stage, goals, and ability to work with the investors. So, kailangan natin as entrepreneur, kung ano nga bang needs ng business natin and kung ano nga bang stage na yung ating business. Tayo ba ay magsisimula pa lang or meron ng functional talaga or meron ng physical business na talagang nangyayari ngayon. So, dapat magiging tingnan natin yung mga investors natin. So, of course, dapat meron kayong same goals dahil kayo ang mag-work together para maging successful pa yung business nyo in the long run. So, that's all for my discussion. Thank you and God bless.